So I'm going to show you how outcome-based sponsorship or partnership works for sponsors using NxtStride's platform. And I'm using Eslam Kilani as an example athlete. He's a great capoeira artist from Malta. And capoeira, if you don't know it, it's a Brazilian martial art combining elements of dance and acrobatics and music. And Eslam is very, very talented and has a lot of achievements in the sport. So as a business executive, as I come onto this page, first I select what's the business goal that I want to impact. And these are dependent on the athlete or the club that we're looking to partner with. So this is all, there's a smart database in the background driving the behavior of this platform. But you as an athlete or as a sponsor don't really need to even understand how it works. So let's take sustainability goals as an example. So I select sustainability goals, and then we go to the next page where we get to choose an activation. Now these activations are dependent on the athlete, what sort of resources they have, and what sort of business outcome is this sponsor looking for. And the price of the activation depends on the complexity of what's required from the athlete. So let's take youth development sponsorship. So this is a great activation, and before we go into the details of that, we get to learn a little bit more about Eslam. So here's your prospective partner. Remember, this is the intended audience. Here is the executive from the sponsor company. We get to read Eslam's origin story. We get to learn what his next goals are. We get to see some of his major past achievements as well as his social media accounts. So, okay, so we're impressed. We continue to sponsor details. This is where the executive puts in their information. I'm using my own information here as an example, just to show you how this works. Never mind the typos. This is just a demo for now. Now, once we've put in all the information, we're ready to go into review proposal. This is where now our system's full magic comes into display. So it shows you an executive summary of the sports sponsorship activation. It covers all of the contract parties, what sort of objectives there are for this contract, whether there's physical presence required or remote friendly, the scope and objectives, deliverables both for the athlete as well as for the sponsor, how to measure the success of this activation, timeline and milestones, and then investment and payment terms. It's always 50% on signature, 50% on completion, and remember, NxtStride never takes a cut from your deal. And then the executive can simply download the PDF, send a proposal directly to Eslam and themselves, or copy the draft to their clipboard if they need to paste it somewhere else. And that's it. That's the end of the journey. And now Eslam gets to receive a proposal, and then they can start negotiating over the details. This is how outcome-based sponsorship works in practice.